Hello friends! Today we're going to be making a little video here on why you should start playing Lost Ark right now. And this applies to any time in the future when you're watching this, because I am a firm believer that there's no bad time to start this game, and I'm going to explain the reasons why in the video. If you don't know who I am ya boy, Brother Chris. I make Lost Ark content of all kind on YouTube, and if you'd like to see more daily Lost Ark content, make sure to subscribe. I do have some new player guides as well to try to make the transition into this game a little bit easier. Let's just get started. Let's get stuck in. So, the main reason why I say there's no bad time to start playing Lost Ark is, well, there's two big reasons. The first reason is, even if there's no event that helps you boost your character up very quickly, there is pretty much always some kind of event running on the game that helps you get your character up an item level. Why is this relevant? Well, item level is one of the main ways to progress your character specifically. And you do need to generally have a tier 3 character to make use of some of these quick track event things like the Hyper Express or the power passes that are given out. For example, in order to use most of the Punika power passes they give us, you are required to have at least completed Punika once on a character. So, again, there's no bad time to start playing in order to prep sort of your account for a Hyper Express event or a big juicy leveling event, something like that. And I say there's usually an event running on. Right now is Lost Ark's anniversary, but even if there wasn't an anniversary going on, there's always some kind of event vendor where you can trade tokens or tickets or something for honing materials that help you hone your character much quicker than normal. It gives you some books that increases your honing rate, gives you some honing mats, shards, leap stones, all the things that you would need to hone your character, and these are all in a weekly reset. And for what it is, it's a good little boost. Definitely helps, and it makes a big difference, especially on your first character. Even on subsequent characters, it's a big boost. More so than it is for endgame players, but again, this event vendor is for everyone, not just one specific group of people, which is good. The other main reason why I say it's good to start whenever, and it's because of account progression or horizontal progression. This is something that you just work on over a long period of time, and if you've seen my Why Should You Start Playing Lost Ark in 2023, I say the game is more of a marathon rather than a sprint, not something you grind for 2 weeks and then you're done with everything. Something that you play for a longer period of time spread out. And that is because horizontal progress, it's essentially account progress. Stuff like collectibles. These take very long to get, some of them at least. And as you unlock things in them, you get account boosts, like small things like vitality. You get cards, you get gold boxes, you get runes, stuff like that, you see? And this isn't something that you can really grind out in like a week or two. This is something that you work on over time. And while it seems like there might be a lot to look at right now, once you get stuck into the game and you start looking at things and grinding towards things, it's much less overwhelming than it looks just looking at this having never played the game. Trust me. But there's a lot for you to work on that doesn't involve item level, that doesn't involve things like grinding in like the WoW sense, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, this isn't stuff where you're rep farming for 3 weeks straight. It's more like try to figure out what you want. For example, if I wanted to make a Deathblade. Deathblade requires these runes called Wealth Runes that increase your specialty meter gain. You get Wealth Runes from various sources. A lot of them are from collectibles. You see where I'm getting at? You farm the collectibles to get the thing that you need or want. For example, a purple wealth rune from sea bounties. So, however many sea bounties this would be, I would slowly start working towards this. I'd Google how to get X, Y, Z thing. It makes sense, and I'd slowly work towards it. Some general things to work towards account progress-wise that you are going to need on every character is stuff like skill point potions. I don't know if you saw that when I popped over here into Omnium Snars, but there's skill point potions from some of these. Wealth runes are important for some classes, not so important for others. But again, it depends on what class you want to play in the end as your main. But skill points are important. There's a skill point here. You can just kind of go through your collectibles and look at things. World Tree Leaves are mostly cosmetic things. Ignia tokens, again, mostly quality of life stuff here, aside from the Purify rune and the skill point potion. But you sort of get what I mean. And the reason why, again, is because you cannot rush this stuff. This is something you work on and work towards over long periods of time. And if you are going to try to hyper grind this stuff, while you can to an extent, a lot of it is designed specifically to be done over a period of time. Things like Adventure Tome foods, like Yorn, for example. You have to do a daily repeatable quest to get one of the ingredients that has a low drop chance for this food item. That's not really something you can sit down and grind. Obviously, not everything is like that, but you sort of get what I mean. Plus, it's just the amount of content you're going to be doing. This was not meant to be done in a small period of time, so to speak. This was meant to be done over a longer period of time. So while you can, to an extent, rush it, I highly recommend you don't, unless it's absolutely how you want to play the game. Because ultimately, how you play the game is up to you, and I want you to do whatever you have most fun with. The last thing I wanted to talk about is, of course, the Hyper Express event that I was talking about, so let's pop on over here to the website that I have pulled up. So we're going to take a look here. This is just a wiki page of the last Hyper Express event we had that ran from November 16th to February 8th, so it just ended a little bit ago if you're watching this video near when it came up. Basically, what Hyper Express is it's just a fast-track way to get a character from 1302 to 1445 was the period for this one, the item level range. And it kind of looks something like this. You do a track of stuff. It gives you honing materials. If you could kind of see down here, it's kind of blocked by the thing. Let me see full-size image. Ah, that's better. So if you achieve item level 1302, you get this stuff, which is a bunch of free honing mats. You click claim reward. You get another one at 1325, claim reward, 1340, claim reward. You get what I mean. It gets you to whatever the Hyper Express level is very, very quickly. This is one of the best leveling events Lost Ark has to offer. And again, you can start the game at any point in order to prep for these, because you can see you need at least 1302 item level to use this one. A power pass gets a character to level 50 and a certain item level, and in order to use power passes, you need to at least have completed through the game one time up to Punica. Punica being one of the endgame zones. And you can see all the rewards that it gives you here. T3 supply chest, honing map pouch. This is all free stuff you get for hitting these item levels on one character. This boosts one character incredibly fast, and it gives you everything you need to do it pretty much. There's very little you will need to purchase. And then there's a big final reward when you hit the last item level breakpoint, which gives you a bunch of very cool stuff that, I mean, even people who have been playing this game for a year now, this is the juicy stuff. This is good. The good. and even gives you a total breakdown of everything you get from completing the Hyper Express, which is just, this is amazing for all people. But yeah, that's why I say there's no bad time to start Lost Ark. There's always going to be a basic event vendor like one of these up. This is the anniversary one, but this is pretty much what every event vendor looks like, this tab here. You can start on your collectible journey, and then prepare yourself for a big leveling event. And of course, just enjoy the game for what it is while you're waiting. Anyways, I've been your boy, Brother Chris. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video. If you dislike it, of course, dislike it. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I do have a Discord. It's in the description if you're interested in joining and hanging out there. We have a ton of friendly people that are always willing to help, if not me myself. And consider becoming a member if you'd like to support the channel a little bit more. Helps me do this full time. God knows ad revenue isn't quite cutting it. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Bye.